Hey guys, it's Paul with ToolMetrix. I'm out here in the shop with a Laguna 1412 bandsaw, and Laguna asked us to take a look at the saw and do some tests to validate this new design for a bandsaw tire that they've sourced for this saw, based on a couple of customers who reported some minor vibration problems with the saw. So we put the saw through some tests before swapping out the bandsaw tire. Then we swapped out the tires, then we ran it through the same set of tests and did some comparisons of the vibration results that we received. And if you want to watch this full video and see the test procedures, and I'll show you the full set of data that we have, please do that. Otherwise, I'll just give you the executive summary now up front. So what we found is that the new bandsaw tire design delivered about a 32% reduction in vibration on this saw, which might be a lot, might be a little in your case. If you are experiencing a problem with vibration, then it probably is a significant aid. In this case, the saw really wasn't delivering a vibration problem to the user. So 32% of a very, very small number really resulted in no physically perceptible changes other than through an accelerometer that we had sitting on the machine. So that'd be my recommendation, is that if you are experiencing some vibration, give the Laguna Tech guys a call. They can walk you through to determine whether or not these bandsaw tires might be a good assistance to your saw, and if so, they'll send you a pair of these out. So if you're interested in watching the rest of the data, stay tuned, and that's just what we'll do. Let me get set up and show you. Okay, here's the setup. I've got the bandsaw configured with a very small 1/8" blade. So that will minimize the influence that the blade itself has on the test. I've got the guides, both upper and lower, wide open, recessed back as far as it will go, and everything locked down tight so that those are also not imposing any undue vibration on the test. So we should be isolating the vibration to the moving parts of the saw as much as possible. And I've got the vibration meter set on the cast iron surface, so it's going to be reading off directly at the point where it would really matter to you, where you would be running a resaw through, right in the direct line of the resaw. So I'm going to run this test once on camera, and then I'll run it a couple times off camera as well. I'll take those values, average them out, and then we'll swap out the tires and run the tests again and see what kind of effect the bandsaw tire swap had on the vibration. So here we go. We'll give it a first test. Okay, so we've got values of 0.054 on the X, 0.008 on the Y, and 0.026 on the Z. Now those values in and of themselves aren't super critical. It's their relative value to the after tests that will be important. So I'll run this test a couple more times and we'll see how we do. I've got the saw all set up now. I've got the bandsaw tires reinstalled with the new upgrades in place. I've got the blade installed, and I'm going to close up the saw, get the accelerometer or vibration meter repositioned and ready to go, and we'll take a look and see if our changes of the bandsaw tires did us any good. Okay, we're all set up and ready to go, so I'm going to turn on the bandsaw and let it idle up to full speed before I turn on the vibration meter, and then we'll see what kind of readings we end up with. Okay, so now with the bandsaw tires installed and everything reconfigured, we've got X of 0.022, Y of 0.011, and Z of 0.028. So I'm going to run this a couple more times and average it out, and then we'll come up and do some comparisons with the before settings. All right, I've got the results back, and here's what we found. Essentially, on the Y and Z axes, Y being, again, front to back, Z being top to bottom, we found effectively no change in vibration in going to the new bandsaw tires. But on the X-axis, side to side, we found a 32% reduction in vibration, which we feel is fairly significant. Now, I will qualify that a little bit by saying that I did not, as an operator with this saw, notice any vibration problem to start. This saw could resaw very effectively up to the full capacity, 13 inches, and with pretty remarkable cut quality. And I don't notice any difference between in the before and after. So the net for me is, for this particular saw, I don't know if I would have bothered to do the tire upgrade on such a new saw. This saw is about a year to a year and a half old. But if you're experiencing a more severe vibration problem, I believe that these tires will give you some relief from that and super tune your saw so that it's running more effectively. And if that condition applies to you, we would encourage you to give Laguna a call and ask them about the new lower vibration tires that they have available for the saw. And if you need some information on installing those, we have another video. I know we covered it, we blasted through it pretty quickly in this video, but we took the process and taped that separately and produced a video for you that can walk you through that process. So look for that on the ToolMetrix YouTube site, or referenced on the Laguna site as well. Thanks for watching.